Look at the view. Look at the view. Wow. Oh shit, that's good. Pag sa ano, di ba, sakura to, if it's spring, mga sakura leaves or hindi. Depends on what kind of tree it is.
Among the students, you not speak English. English, basically English. Fifth floor.
Okay.
Fifth floor, huh? Please get off at the fifth floor.
Which building is this?
Engineering.
Engineering.
Kind of engineering.
Chemical? Or
Not
chemical or general?
Not limited.
Engineering.
Engineering.
Engineering or other.
So, chemical, mechanical, industrial.
Get off at the fifth floor.
Fifth.
I'm waiting there.
Okay.
Yeah, there are many.
Many engineering. What engineerings? Like how many? Mechanical, chemical.
Here. I don't remember exactly.
It's okay.
Yeah, basically all the chemistry department are
Okay.
some other environmental or systems, etc.
Systems engineering, yes. I'm very environmental engineering. Systems engineering. Oh, this is very. How old is this university? Like 19 something or tagal?
Oh no, sixth floor. Sorry, sixth floor.
It's okay. Okay.
Sixth floor. Ah, 杉山先生。He's the academic chair of current academic chair. 間違っちゃった。
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Very
Thank
nice
you.
to meet you. I come in a minute.
Okay.
Probably, I may wait here. Okay, we can use
Stairs? Oh, okay.
stairs. Okay, please have a seat.
Okay. Thank
Please
you.
have a seat and the toilet is there, over there.
Okay.
Please have a seat and the toilet is over there.
The toilet is over there.
Hello, brother. Oh, brother. Wow, very nice classroom. Imagine doing Dati ba ito yung parang UP ng Tokyo?
Siguro. Tokyo University eh.
Okay.
CR lang ako.
Okay, go lang. Matagal, wala pa naman yung group. You know, this university is very old. Pero ina-update.
You didn't go. I thought you would.
He was asking me for some advice.
Personal advice. Oh, dangerous.
Career advice.
Wow, that's like
Am I the best one to do that?
Okay, please have a seat.
Hello, I'm Vincent. Nice to meet you.
I'm John. Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Ganun na tayo. Saan ba ang mata?
You can please have a seat.
In the front.
Doon tayo.
Yeah, sit down. No problem. Nagawa doon. Oh. Maganda.
Yeah, three seconds.
Okay, I'm gonna sit here. Okie dokie. I love me some Epson.
If you go to the bathroom over there.
Ah?
If you want to go to bathroom over there.
Ah, okay. Thank you. USB display. USB. Wow. Imagine if Dr. Ori had to do this projector. Oh my gosh.
That's all. Probably we may have another 10 or something.
Yeah.
All successfully put up at 6 1.
So far, I think the last group
Last group.
is still
Still coming.
might be in the 5th floor.
5th floor. 5 floors. Oh, not in. Oh, just there. Give me 1 second. Do you have to Google Translate every the projector? Need my phone. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, right.
Point ka pala na-send yung sa Gcash na photo. Yung photo mo sa Gcash.
Oh.
Ah, okay.
そうそうそう。ちょっと待って、wait, hold on. We are now using the professors and something.
Oh, yeah.
Professor Katsukiwa.
So,
Sorry, Hiro Katsu there too. Like this one is Hiro Katsu.
are they here?
Hi. Okay, so
Are they here?
Professor Sugiyama is a chair of this department, Computer System Engineering department, and he has a class right after that. So, but he want to give a brief greeting to you. Okay, please.
Okay, then welcome all for the University of Tokyo, for the Department of Chemical System Engineering, building number 3, 6th floor. Very warm welcome. I guess you're from chemical engineering.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Very good. I work in the field of chemical engineering as well, more specifically in the area of process systems engineering, so chemical process design, and operation, and control. And currently, I focus on pharmaceuticals, like antibiotics, therapeutic protein, or stem cell manufacturing. So this is something. These are things that are difficult to manufacture. So I work on the unit operation modeling and also systems analysis. Right? I guess you know Professor Raymond Tan.
Yes.
Yes, so
He's my
he's my-
advisor.
Let's put it this way. He's the counterpart in a way.
Okay.
I met him some time ago in Malaysia, and Sarah Badra, who is the associate professor in my group, I think she has a shared paper or co-author paper with Professor Raymond Tan. So that's why I feel also close to your university. And I hope you will see the real what's going on in Tokyo, and bring back a lot of good memories, and hopefully our path will cross again in the near future. So I hope you will enjoy the time, and then have a good time, and then see you sometime soon.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. My academic
I
advice.
have my lecture on process systems in 20 minutes. So I
But
leave.
we may visit his laboratory.
Yes, you will be visiting my lab.
It's your lab.
And then Sarah Badra, my associate professor, will guide you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Arigato.
Oliver-san, Dr. Oliver, could you make a phone call to the remaining
Yes,
people
yes.
so that they can come to the 6th floor?
My academic advising with Dr. Tan, it was October 20.
They are? Okay.
Oh wow. Very late.
This one.
Sir, meron pa po dito. Hello, sir. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Great, sir. My name is Valerie. I'm the wife of John. I'm also a chemical engineer. Oh!
Wow, everyone here is a chemical engineer except us, di ba? Student. 5th year going to 6th year going to 7th, di ba?
For the benefit of those who just come, Professor Raymond Tan knows friends with Professor Sukiyama.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mentioned a moment ago.
Oh my god, he's gonna get mad at me for.
Hi. Good morning. Hi. Yeah.
Sarah-san,
Hello. Maybe I just sit there. It's okay. It's all right. I can sit there. It's all right. There's more chairs.
Oh, paper. I like me some paper. Pass it. Can we? Okay, thank you. Oh, sorry. Arigato.
I don't think we need it.
A student? Wait. Oh, okay, sorry. Oh, wait. I want a good view.
Okay, let me just briefly introduce the chemical system engineering of Tokyo. I'm a former chair of this department, but now much younger people are not taking care of this department. Okay, so you are now in the third engineering field. Which station do you use?
Tokyo Station.
Nezu maybe here. And you climb up the steps, and then it's there. Okay, now you are here. And you already have some opportunity to go around the campus. You did that?
Yeah, a little bit.
Later you will. There's a pond and there's the most famous Yasuda auditorium. That is one of the symbols of Tokyo. Okay, now we are here. Actually, this building was there was very old building in this position, in this location, but now almost 10 years ago we rebuilt and overlay to the almost 30th floor. Okay, this is and we have another building where we can assess things. Again, systems thinking, problem solving, goal-oriented mind. This is a more easy to understand, and communication skills. And also, we are saying that our graduate students should be simultaneously specialist and generalist, both. It's famous. Okay. And another important, very unique class is a practice school. Practice school is among the world chemical engineering department. Only MIT and our department are doing this kind of education. So not a simple internship. So before going to internship, actually internship is done in some industry-related industries. And we are now having 4 collaborative industries about this classes. And the student have to go there almost 1 month. And before going to 1 month, they have to do some preliminary study and make a simulation and preparation. And then actually go there and do what with the young researchers at the industries together. And the topic is very interesting, but the topic is proposed by the industry. But the topic is, actually the company wanted to do that, but they have no chance to do that. So they don't know the reason. They don't know the result.
That's right.
So all together with our students and the young researchers at the industry intimately collaborating and to reach the solution.
Right.
Yeah, basically without experiment.
Okay.
They are doing simulation. And actually, he's a professor responsible for that special class. Actually, he has been working at Mitsubishi Chemical Company, and we recruited him. He has experience in the long-term experience in the industry. Okay, so there are many, as I said, that chemical system, chemical engineering is a kind of methodology-oriented
Yes.
discipline. So that's why we don't care about the application. So anything from environment, energy, medical and devices, material and devices, industrial, and also safety and security. Okay, so this is the environment. These are the professors of the environmental area. Today, sorry, this area we don't have. Okay.
Oh, energy. It's my favorite.
Energy. Tan sensei, Professor Tan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where.
Professor Tan is here.
Arigato. Tan sensei is almost 2 years ago, 1.5 years ago.
Actually, I arrived on campus last July.
Last July.
Last July, yeah. So before that, I was everywhere. Yeah. So I first started my assistant professor at the Berkeley National Lab, back in California, and I moved to Saudi Arabia. Yeah. Then I met my colleagues, which is on top over there, Professor Nakano Sensei. Yeah. And it was a coincidence. He explained to me the splendid, I would say, excellent research environment in Tokyo.
Oh, thank you.
So here I am.
Okay.
Nice to meet you all.
Okay, this is the area. And medical and devices, I am here. And also, we may be, of course, you can visit my laboratory, but of course, and another one is Professor Sugiyama and Badra sensei. Could you briefly introduce yourself?
Yes, so I also come from abroad. So I did my PhD in Switzerland, and then I went to Sweden for a postdoc, and then Professor Sugiyama also convinced me of the excellent research environment here. So that's why I'm here. And we work mostly on process design and simulation.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, this information and simulation. And safety and security, it's becoming very, it's a very, not very much advanced area, but it's a very important part, particularly in Japan, it's the importance of security and safety. Engineering is becoming very important. So we have some faculty members belongs to our department. Okay, sorry, please skip. This is actually we use this slide for the collaboration with chief officers in China. So I have no time to replace this. Okay, more information can be found. This QR code. So thank you. If you want to get into more detailed information, please yes. Thank you. Okay, that's all. Okay, then we may divide it in. You have to divide it into 3 groups. You already did that? Yes. Okay. First group, please raise your hand. Okay. And second.
I'm second group.
Okay. And according to the time schedule, each laboratory has almost 20 minutes, roughly 20 minutes. And please bring the student to your laboratory and then transfer them to the next laboratory. So first group, please follow me. So please wait for me. Okay. And the second group is starting from Sugiyama Badura laboratory. So Badura sensei, please bring the student of the second group. Okay, second student.
Oh, I'm second. Sorry. Miss, will you be coming to in group 2 or group 1 or group 3?
Ito ng group ka? Sir Dennis.
Oh, okay. Okay, Surgeon will be bombarded with lots of questions from me. 2, miss.
Okay. Ano gusto mo group 2 ako? I can answer it.
Kaya nga, it's okay lang.
Follow Tan sensei. Follow Professor Tan.
Okay daw, okay.
We can leave our things here.
Yes.
Oh, we can.
We can leave our things here so you don't bring them.
We can leave our things.
Pwede ko iwan doon.
Group 2 complete?
Maybe.
Group 2.
Wow, ganda.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Which laboratory will...
So is group 2 is everyone here already? Or
Group 2 is everyone here.
What's that?
Sino
If
pa?
you read it, it's
Si Grant.
I didn't...
Ayan, Micah.
I went to the toilet.
Yeah. Okay.
no.
Yeah.
While sir was presenting everything,
Yeah,
he also said all the laboratory.
Oh. I must have missed that slide.
so it's okay. We pass first and then we can go.
I did not like the list.
Group 1, group 2. Oh, sorry.
No, group 2 here.
Yes.
Yes. So basically, these are our labs, our offices. So this is you met Professor Sugiyama this morning. So this is his office. This is the admin office, and we're gonna go through the other side. Sorry.
Oh, chemical engineering.
My office is on the other side. of
Okay. Oh.
Good morning. Hello. We have visitors today. So please. Here. Here.
Hello. go here or there? I'm not sure. Why?
Hello.
I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
So as you see, our lab is mostly simulation. We don't have a big experimental facilities, but like we have most of our students are working on simulations. We have in our group actually we work on process, as we said, process design and simulation. So far we mostly focus on the pharmaceutical industry. We have research in all branches of pharmaceutical industry. So small molecules, which are the drugs that we take, like tablets and so on, from conventional chemistry, and biopharmaceuticals, which are mostly from you have to cultivate cells or living organisms to produce proteins, like monoclonal antibodies or things that these are usually used for diseases like cancer, Alzheimer's. They have been finding more and more applications within the last 10 years. Actually, their market has doubled several times within the last 7 years. So it's expected also the rise in the demand is exponential at the moment, kind of. And then the third branch, which is regenerative medicine, so stem cells and so on. So we have a group of students mostly. So who is available today is Benedict, for example.
Hi, Benedict.
So
Nice to meet you.
Good morning.
What you're working on?
Welcome to our lab. So my work is, yes, she said, only simulations. I mainly focus on computational fluid dynamics, CFD, in order to tackle the scale-up of regenerative medicine, especially in particular the manufacturing of stem cells and stem cell-related products. So most of the research nowadays focuses on the actual clinical applications of the stem cells and also the cultivation. But once this is up to scale, we need proper facilities and proper processes to distribute them around the world on a social society scale, and this is where my research comes in. And with very basic chemical engineering and process system engineering methods, I try to address these topics. Yes. So in particular, I try to tackle automation of certain process steps or develop new processes, for instance, for the freezing or the preservation of the cells, which we need for the storage or the transportation of them, and so on and so forth. So yeah.
So one big problem with regenerative medicine, with the applications there, is that there is no established manufacturing process at the commercial scale. So even if it works in the lab, scaling up and getting it to work for large volumes and to actually fulfill the demand is still a big engineering problem. And that's what Benedict and also actually Keita is another PhD student, but he's currently visiting Sweden. And Rami is a postdoc. He's also working on this topic. And we also have Yusuke, so Hayashi-san, he's an assistant professor here. And he's also working, this is the group that is working on this topic. So usually the topics that we work on are either there has been a shift somehow in the industry. So for example, for regenerative medicine, there is no established commercial process. For the biopharmaceuticals, the sudden increase in demand, when the demand increases exponentially, the current facilities cannot keep up with this increase in the demand, and you cannot also build more facilities exponentially. It takes years. Yeah. So there needs to be kind of a shift in the paradigm of how to include more efficient process design and more efficient production processes. How can we include that so that the future facilities can handle a lot more demand and be a lot more flexible into dealing with different products and so on. We also, for example, when COVID hit, the production was the bottleneck, and it is the problem in the pharmaceutical industry. They are used to smaller volumes of demand, and these suddenly high volumes and the much very fast increase in demand is straining the system basically.
So what you're doing is you design.
Yes, we did.
How to scale it up.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay. So where do you get your data for the size simulation?
That's a very good question. Yes. So that in the
we have collaborators around Japan, for instance in Osaka or in Nagoya, and these are biology labs that actually produce data, and they're working on related matters, and we get data from them that we can use to validate our models. But of course, these are all lab scale.
Yeah.
And then again, with chemical engineering, we know how to use this and scale up. So this is how we do our craft, basically. Yes.
We also have like, as we said, we have, so because we don't do a lot of experiments ourselves, we have a lot of industrial and other research collaborators who are doing the experiments, and some of them, like for the biopharmaceutical parts, we have our collaborators are providing like pilot scale experiments, for example, or some things like that, and we use those to develop our models, which we use to have this to in the end like validate to develop and validate our models, and then we can use it for further design. So it's like the question of data is actually very important, because part of what we use is we try to combine mechanistic models with data-driven models sometimes. Because when it comes to biological relationships, sometimes they can be too complex to be modeled mechanistically. The understanding is sometimes not there, or the models become too complicated that they are not very useful when it comes to fast implementation and so on. Yeah. So there we try to use data. So that's why like the quality of the data that we get and the type of the data that we get is very important for us to build these models. So actually, Kozui, can you join us for a second? Thank you. So Kozui is also another PhD student in our lab, and she's working on the biopharmaceutical side. So maybe you can share what you do.
Yes. So should I focus on the cell cultivation?
Yeah, you can focus. Whatever you want. Yes, what do you want to focus on?
Yeah. So yes, then I would like to share the entire
yes, please.
my PhD. So I'm interested in how to bring the drugs to the patients who need the drugs. So in order to achieve the target cost effectiveness of the drug, I would like to develop the process design framework for the production. So when you are given, as a process designer, when you are given the target cost effectiveness, you have to identify target drug price for the drug, and then you have to identify how you should design the production processes to achieve that drug price. So in order to develop such framework, I am developing the cell cultivation model to reflect the differences in cell characteristics and the process performance. And I also developed the process evaluation model to reflect the changes in the process on the process performance. And then I also developed the cost effectiveness evaluation model to reflect the changes in drug price on the cost effectiveness. And connecting these models, I would like to show the prototype of such design framework. So that's my concept of the PhD.
That's the prototype itself.
Yes.
So basically what Kozui is doing is that because there are biological constraints, so like the cells, they can perform at certain efficiencies or so on. So you're trying to cultivate, in this process, you're trying to cultivate cells to produce your proteins, the therapeutic proteins that you want, or the antibodies that you want. So the cells, they produce the protein at a certain efficiency, but they also can't start to produce something else if the conditions if you drive it too much, it might then start to, it might affect the selectivity, for example. It's a biological process, so it also produces not just the protein that you want, it's also producing many other proteins. It's producing many other products. So how to get the most efficient production process from there. So given the biological constraints that you have, how do you design the process to make the most out of the cell without making it too expensive that the drugs become very expensive in the end? So just to give you an example, a gram of the antibodies that are being produced is usually selling. What is the selling price for? Like $2,000?
It really depends.
It really
$2,000
yes. to $10,000 per gram of your antibody. So it's already a very expensive product. So of course regenerative medicine is much more expensive. So then you're going into the hundreds of thousands to millions of sometimes of dollars per for the treatment. So these are very expensive treatments, and that's why it's very important that we include all of the constraints, have efficient design from the beginning, so that we are able to maximize this, reduce the price as much as possible. And this would increase kind of the accessibility in the society for this.
Accessibility.
Yes, accessibility, exactly. So, thank you, Zoe. Thank
you.
So
Thank you.
On the small molecule side, one of the new technologies that we're looking at is also going from batch to continuous, so to flow chemistry, and this allows us to have like very small microreactors where we can have the reaction going instead of like huge tanks where you make the reactors. So this is very useful if you have reactions that are highly exothermic, for example. Then you can reduce the amount. It's much safer. It has also much like smaller footprint, and you can develop the process much more efficiently. Another thing that we have, so we have one lab in this group actually, and it is concerned. It's kind of a niche lab. Niche process. So in this case, we are looking at personalized medicine, so personalized tablet manufacturing. So basically, so far, all the tablets that are available, they are available with one specific concentration for a generic patient. Right. But sometimes in the future, this is also a big trend in the pharmaceutical industry, because we are so different, we don't have to be all treated as an average person. So we can be prescribed something that is tailored to our bodies, to our diseases, to our conditions by ourselves. So, but the thing is, so this is something that they want to, instead of having to produce mass production of something, they want to have very personalized production. This can also be useful in other things, like for example, when you have when you want to give medicine to babies or to children sometimes, and there are some heavy medication, and sometimes you need to take like 1/8 of a pill or like half of a pill, and then for a child you might even need much smaller doses. So if you need a very small dose of something for a child, for example, then you might then this might be more useful for them to be able to create a tablet that has the exact dose that you want, instead of like being very inaccurate with cutting up tablets or something like that. Also for older patients who have to take like 10 tablets every day and they may forget one or something, so if they get like all of their tablets mixed in one tablet that they can just take at once, and then everything then they can do. You know, the tablet is actually, the active ingredient is a very small percentage of the tablet. The rest of it is fillers. Yeah. So you can combine everything. So what we are looking at is to have a machine that you can kind of program a certain input of raw materials, and then it presses it and creates the tablet for you. There are some problems that happen. So for example, some powders are not very, don't mix very well, or they create problems, or the tablets are then breakable, or fragile, or you're not able to store them for a long time, or some things like that. So this is something that we're looking at. We're also looking at, so another practical problem is that when you have tablets that are going into, so when you have when you're producing millions of tablets, you can take a few and test them so that you have the right concentrations, the right everything.
Synergy.
Yeah, not just synergy, quality. So to test for quality, so quality control, you can test, you can take a sample and test it. But if you're only producing one tablet, then you need to find a way of testing that tablet without destroying it. So without dissolving it, so you need to be able to ensure that the quality of the tablet and everything, the correct ingredients, no contamination, the correct properties, without destroying the tablet. So without actually dissolving it, without breaking it apart to test for conditions. So this is also something that we're working on for that.
Oh, that's good. Questions?
So in that case, what's most important is also the accuracy of the equipment in order to really detect, and at the same time in the production line for the specific tablets, right? They have to be very, very precise. Is there already a working solution?
Yes, there are several solutions that we're looking at. So certain analytical methods, for example, like spectroscopy. So it does not require the destruction. It's a non-destructive test. So some things are there, but you might need to include, like if you want to, it does not test everything. So you might need to combine that with data-driven methods or with data or machine learning, so that you can use the results from those tests to really tell you everything that you want. So to extrapolate basically to the rest of what would have needed a destructive test, kind of.
Right.
Yes. So you need to be a little bit more creative with how you combine your methods, your analytical methods, with how you analyze the data afterwards and the results afterwards.
You guys have questions? I have another question. This might come off as a weird or a stupid question to ask. Right. So we have a specific doses that we already sell, and we produce it at a very large scale, right? So for example, why not just produce the several doses instead of having it tailor-made and just sell those doses?
Because you don't have so much. Sometimes you only have like one child patient for
Right.
that you might need something, but you have most of your patients are adults. So if you, for example, you have if you would have like a very rare disease or something that you might need to. I mean, it costs money to produce like at different doses. So it's like you can have like a also like average, so small, like, but if you want to have a specific number for a specific patient for any reason, then this is also something that we're working on. The idea here, so this is not for a particular process yet. This might also be for people who are in the chemical, so in the clinical trials. So you know how the drug is being produced, right? So when a drug is being produced, the company still doesn't know what is the most effective dosage. So they need to produce several doses, and then they need to give them to multiple test groups, so in clinical trials. But the thing is, this production can be very expensive. They're going to be producing massive amounts because the equipment are very big and they need to produce massive amounts of each one. It becomes very, very expensive. But if they can just produce 10 tablets and give them to the group at particular doses, then the cost of the clinical trials drops fast. So, and then based on the results from that, they can determine, for example, what is the best dosage for them. So, I mean, currently for that process or for that machine, there is no one particular application yet. It's just the industry is interested in it, and we are testing how can we make it applicable. But if you want to apply it in reality, there are also other regulatory problems. So this needs to be approved, and you know that for example, for pharmaceutical production, regulatory authorities are very, very strict with what can be sold as a drug and what can be produced and what can be done. So it's like whether the regulatory would approve something like that or not is something that is also in the future. But usually the industry likes to be prepared. So just in case it gets approved and they have a business case for it, then it is available, and it's not, you don't have to spend years in developing the process yet. You know, in the pharmaceutical industry also, they operate on patents. So once they have something that would require a specific thing, they have a certain number of years to where they can sell it without competition from other people. And the thing is, usually, as soon as they have something, the goal of the industry is to start selling as soon as possible. And then all of the years of development of the process, they don't have time for that because that takes away from their patent. So that's why they want to have everything ready for as soon as they have something, then it's a go, then it's go very fast.
So that they can ROI all the years of
exactly.
Would it be possible to take a look at the work being done? On anything, anything that's
maybe the equipment.
The equipment. So I'm not sure if we have enough time to go down. So it's until 10:20 to 10:40. I don't think we have enough time for that. But we maybe, Benedict, if you can show them some of your results, like something that you're working on.
Sure. Okay. Give me more, please.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Kind of caught me off guard.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Check.
It's okay if we. It's not like sensitive.
Ask Benedict if it has been
information.
You can
Yeah, I'll
show
show you what I published in
Yes,
Okay.
and then you can do that. And I can ask Ayumi to prepare, like if there is already a video.
So, okay, this I've already published. Okay, can you all?
Yes. Okay, sorry.
So when okay, let me start here. So here, this is like a very general depiction of the manufacturing process for stem cell related products. So you would derive a sample from a human, either to store in a data bank, basically, or a cell bank, or later, hopefully, from the patient himself or herself. But what you would need to do with that sample for the further manufacturing process, you need to freeze it first for storage or transportation and so on and so forth. So you need to do that anyways. And then before you do anything else, you need to thaw it again. And this is already a huge bottleneck when scaling up, because these stem cells and specific types of stem cells are very, very vulnerable to the freezing process. And this is why I am trying to focus on this, but very from a process operation kind of side.
Right.
And this is one topic I'm working on right now. I cannot show you yet because this is not been published yet. But the second part is the step that comes immediately afterwards is the cultivation of the cells, so multiplying the cells. So this process is usually subdivided into 3 sub-processes. It is the so-called seeding, the cultivation, and the harvesting. So what you do when seeding the cells, especially with mesenchymal stem cells and also with the human-induced pluripotent cells, these are so-called anchored cells, so they kind of need a surface they can attach to and grow. With the HIPS cells, it's a bit different. They have ways to grow in a they can attach to themselves, but not the MSC cells. So this seeding process, where you basically have to distribute the cells on a surface, is very crucial for the basically initial conditions for the cultivation itself. And there is research where you cultivate them in these 3D bioreactors, where you these agitated reactors, but you have to basically get a base number of cells in order to really start the process where it makes sense. Right. And this is still be done in so-called 2D cultivation, in these cultivation flasks or in petri dishes or something like this. And so now, since it's still everything is still laboratory scale, so people have to do it by hand. But further down the line, when we think about these big, large-scale applications where we really want to bring this technology to everybody, people cannot do this by hand anymore. This is just too tedious, and also there's too much risk of failure and also contamination and so on. Right. So we kind of want to automate this process. So there are these possibilities of having these pipetting robots. And so I created a CFD model in order to just basically imitate this seeding process, where we can investigate these seeding operation conditions, basically, which we might be able to apply to these robots in order to find the optimal conditions. So, and this is how this looks. So this is an animation of the seeding. So you have the pipette here with the cells in them and the cell solution, and this is the petri dish, basically, where you inject the cells, and then you would get a distribution pattern. And this distribution pattern sets the initial conditions for the cultivation, where you can save a lot of time if you do it correctly. Yes, and doing this, applying a set of evaluation methods, let's call them, where you can determine the quality of the seeding process directly, we could basically propose a set of operating conditions where we have like average seeding conditions, which are like this, to have like very well distributed ones.
Right.
And these could be applied to these automated seeding robots, basically, in order to really enhance the process. So this is one thing that I'm working on right now to show you one example.
Okay.
Thank you, Benedict.
That's very interesting.
It's very, very
Thank you
interesting.
so much.
So I'm not sure what the schedule is like, but if you have more questions, then like already the other group has finished.
Yeah.
So yes.
We exchange. Later we will have a wrap up.
Yes, you can come back and ask any questions.
Okay.
Good luck with your work.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Quota na ako sa questions, guys.
Sino na sa no?
Si Grant na. No, Grant. Next question.
Wow, this is a very big printer.
Yes, posters.
Okay. We don't have a printer in campus. Common space.
So interesting. Yung sinabi niya, I stopped, like, the brain just went into like a whole pocket when he said, really, what?
Okay, let me just...
Impossible.
Hindi nila mag-explain. Ako, kaya tulala lang yung
Hindi pinagbatay yun.
That was Daiko Pro. I didn't notice. So, Miss, are we like gonna switch with?
Yes.
Ah,
Visit. So there are 3 labs. So then it will be.
it's like alternating.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Miss, from personal experience, like the research environment here in the university, when you first came here, how did you adjust to like maybe the language barrier, the culture barrier?
Well, the culture barrier, the language barrier, is just like I still haven't adjusted. I'm still learning. But I mean, research is mostly in English, so you can't have research.
Because I noticed there was a bunch of books and they were all Japanese.
Yes, but we also have English books.
Okay.
Like sometimes the Japanese students, especially the younger ones, they're more comfortable with reading the text in Japanese. But the older you get, like the more English, you're more used to it you get. And research in general is just like mostly it is like everywhere in the world it's in English. So if you speak English, you can manage.
Okay.
Two. This is
Two. Will follow me.
yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Miss.
It's
Thank
very
you.
nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you.
explaining the things, yeah. So we were shocked. So much information.
Oh wow. Good luck with everything.
Thank you, Professor. Good luck with your work.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay, I'm ready to switch gear.
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
To the Bristol.
So I believe you have learned a lot about bio, right? The bio things. So right now I'm going to take you to different fields. Yeah, we call the semiconductors.
Semiconductors. That was my thesis. I love research.
Here is my. So here's my here's the student's office. So this is a design of the typical U Tokyo lab, right? Because for Professor Sarah's lab, they're pretty much doing what we call a clean experiments. So meaning that no chemicals. Yeah. What we are doing over here is actually reacting chemicals at the atomic scale. Atomic scale. Yeah. So can anyone answer me like how thick is your hair?
Millimeter.
Just guess, right? I mean,
Micron.
yes, it's in micrometers, right? Around
1.1.
0.01.
no, come on, thicker, right?
Too big.
Okay, 1. 10.
Especially yours, right? Because yours are curly, so
Right.
they're thicker.
Wow.
It's around like 50 micrometers, 50 to 100 micrometers. Yeah. So that's about it. But imagine that the material you are going to make is actually 1 million times thinner than your hair.
Nanomaterials.
It's
Like
not just nanomaterial. We call it atomic material.
atomic.
You know what is atom?
Yes.
Yeah. So tell me like what's the name of the atom you know?
Name of
An atom?
Yeah.
Like a model?
Yeah, across in the periodic table, right?
Yeah.
You have so many. So what's the atom you like or you know?
Hydrogen.
Hydrogen. Okay,
Of
that's
course.
carbon. Okay, imagine that you have a paper made of just one carbon.
Oh.
Graphene. Yeah. How about you have a material that's like a sandwich? So you have metal in the center, and we have cacao-gens, the sulfur selenium on the top and bottom. Right? So one layer is 0.6 angstroms. 3 layers.
Angstroms.
Yeah, 3 layers. Still less than 1 nanometers.
Wow.
So this is a material we're making. And this is a material is going to power your electronics. Yeah, so that's what we're doing right now. But first, let me take you to the beautiful part, the clean. So these are the hardworking. These two are the hardworking students here. So a few months ago, they're like you. Yeah, they are 4th year, but right now they are masters. Master first year. So they all went to Tokyo. Yeah. So this one here, the most handsome guy in our lab, is called Hayato. Hayato.
No.
Yeah, Hayato. So his expertise is that because we want to make this material, right? And we want to make this material in a very regular fashion, starting with the single atoms. Yeah, we want these single atoms to sit on the surface, then link together, and become the thin sheets. In order to do so, Hayato and my assistant professor, so they're not here, so they create a surface. Yeah, the surface that has the steps or the stairs. Yeah, and these steps is only 0.2 to 0.4 nanometers.
Wow.
Yeah, so as you can imagine that you have the stairs, right? And everyone sit over there with an equal spacing, right? So imagine yourself as atoms, and you hold your hands with your neighbors. That is what? The bonding.
The bonding.
Yeah, so this is where our idea coming from. We first let the atom to sit on these steps. Then we react it to form the bonding. That's how we make them that they are one layer, but they are able to form this chemical bonding. So let's take a look. So you see that this is actually the step he is making. Come on, zoom. Zoom. Okay, you see that? It seems these are just images, right? But these are the steps he's making using high temperature annealing and also the reaction with water.
Annealing.
Yeah, and each step height is around
0.4 nanometer.
Yeah.
0.4 nanometer.
Yeah. So you see that because of this step, you are able to set the atoms on top of these steps.
Right.
Yeah. So that's what he's doing. So imagine that. Come on. You have all the atoms sit over here, and they are equally spaced, right?
Yes.
Sit over there. Then we react them. They form the bonding.
Wow.
So this is our unique way, of making these atomic.
These are different different materials like layers, right? So each layer is a different.
You can do that, and also you can think about that. This is a very, let's say, general platform.
Right.
Any molecules, right, can sit on here, then form the bonding. So utilizing these platforms, we are able to synthesize what we call a library of materials. For example, do you know how many elements across the periodic table?
I think 108, 126. Yeah,
126. Then you can in addition to those like I was say halide gases we cannot do, right? And too small, or hydrogen, they are too reactive.
Right.
Most of the atoms you can utilize, you can make them sit on here. What I'm saying sit is that in a more scientific term is that we deposit. Right? So how do we do that? We vaporize them. using high temperature. Yeah, for example, if Hayato here is chemicals, right? We burn it.
Right.
So
I will be vaporized.
it will be vapor, human vapor. Then the human vapor, sorry, this is a very bad analogy. Human vapor will deposit on the steps.
On the steps.
And I can also vaporize you, so
Right.
you sit next to Hayato. Then we apply appropriate chemical environment, so you and Hayato will hold hands to form the bonding.
So how long does that process take? Like, hopefully it's like, is it instantaneous? or-
Instantaneous.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's actually pretty quick. And this material, you say, what is this for, right? And this material can actually, change the chips in your iPhone. Or sorry, that is not iPhone, Samsung phone.
Samsung, okay.
Yeah. And yes.
How does the vapor actually stick to the layers? Does it?
Well, is that the camera?
How are you going to, let's say, when you take a hot shower, right? How does the vapor, stick onto the mirror? Do you know? Colder surface. We call it condensation.
Condensation.
Yeah. So the next one we're going to show you is how the reactor works. Because I believe that all of you are chemical engineers.
Yes.
Yes. Students. Students.
Students.
No other major.
No other major. Only Chem.
I'm so sad.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. And you know that in chemical engineering, the most important part is the reactor.
Yes.
Yes, of course.
And all of your subjects are involved with reactor design.
Yes.
Yeah, so like how are we going to make reactors and how does that work, right? So let me show you the reactors over here.
Ooh, there's an actual reactor here.
So be careful because this hot line over here.
boy.
So this is our factory. Yeah, so where we make the materials. Yeah. So each of these, each of these are the reactors. Yeah, and these reactors, you can see that they vary in size, functions, dimensions, okay, and most importantly, different materials. Yeah, like we utilize one reactor specifically for one material. So this, to avoid the cross contamination.
Right.
Yeah. So that's sorry. Let me squeeze a little bit so you can go here. You can see what's going on within this reactor. So be careful. But there is another.
Oh,
Yeah. So let's see here.
very, very nice.
Okay. So this is a reactor.
It's very cramped in here.
So in your reactors, there are 4 parts. So you can go over here. So
Oh, sorry.
yeah, be careful. First part. This is the gas, supply systems, right? So where you carry the molecules. So here we have hydrogen, argon, or even nitrogen. Depends on what type of environment you want to create. And here is the reactor itself. And this is what we call the heating tape. So by wrapping around, this provides the temperature here. So because you see this is a heating tab, and here we also have the reactor. So we are able to create these vapors of molecules with different melting point. For example, metal oxide usually is 1000 degrees C to melt. Sulfur, selenium powders, you only need 150 degrees C, right? So low melting point molecule or reactant here, high temperature here. Then we vaporize them, they interact in this what we call a sweet spot. They start to interact and deposit on the surface. Yeah. So you see that this is actually a design of chemical reactors, just different kinds, right?
Yes.
But the basic principle is the same. So this actually tells you that all the knowledge you're learning right now, okay, is not limited to the design of the reactors you are just like looking at.
Like a plug flow, right?
It is a basic platform, just like Legos, right? Legos, bricks, but you can combine different bricks
Different type.
in different shapes, right? So here, you see, each of them are the same, but if you look into details, they are not the same. If you just compare these two,
It's almost
almost the same.
it's almost the same. It's just the size.
But the size, you see the size, the design of the reactors, and also these parts over here, they're all different because we are utilizing different materials. And also I encourage students to design their own reactors. Yeah. And so in this room, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is the other. That one is a spray coater. Yeah.
So
That was
7.
quite interesting because have you ever tried to spray or sprinkle the water?
Yes.
You did, right? I mean, for fun. I mean, just splash, right?
Right.
What if you add electric field between these water droplets?
An electric field?
Electric field, for example, like you apply 1,000 volts.
Oh.
Onto the what?
The water molecule would separate, wouldn't it?
So you see that
Electrolysis?
this is a shower head, right? And you have these droplets and deposit here. But within this distance, we add or apply electric field at 1,000 volts. Yeah, what will happen?
No. I mean,
Electrolysis?
First, they are charged, right? They are charged. And what if they touch each other?
oh, they'll stick together.
No, they will not stick together.
They will separate.
They'll separate.
Okay. Is it very cold in Philippines?
Very hot.
Very hot.
It's opposite.
That's not very bad. So, yeah, next time you should visit Japan in winter. Yeah, you know, in winter, right? If I touch you, what will happen?
I don't.
You will have sparks.
Static.
Oh, you mean like in the escalator?
Exactly.
In the escalator,
You have
right?
statics, right? What do? When I touch you, it starts with.
Static.
It's they're gonna repel each
So
other.
you see that during this process, right? These droplets, they will not, we call it coalesce together into big ones. They will stay individual droplets because they have charges. They can we call it expel from each other. So in this case, we utilize these tiny droplets as a reactor too. Yeah, because they won't react into each other, right? So in this case, if we have a paper within these droplets, when they dry, because the volume will shrinks, becomes smaller and smaller, right? And the paper inside will have to be crumpled because it becomes smaller and smaller, right? So in that case, we make a smaller, crumpled particles from 2D materials. Yeah. So you see that everything in your life can be a reactor, even in charged droplets. I mean, just a. Yeah. So chemical engineering is fun.
It's
Okay. So that's
fun.
Here.
And then the numbers come and the equations.
Everything decides to talk in lectures.
I mean he has a point, dapat tapos na daw yung FLR before the Japan trip.
Yeah, but let's tell you that we are actually in the process of finalizing another, reactors. And this reactor over here, so this is our first prototype. So everything here will be everything here will be controlled, optimized and predicted by artificial intelligence. Yeah. So the materials will synthesize inside. The data will be collected and analyzed through computers. And these computers will, based on this information, you feed the computer, right? Then the computers will go through artificial intelligence software, to make a better parameter for the next round.
Oh, so it's an iterative process.
Exactly. So in this case, you see that it's we call it a very solid feedback loop. So the information collected, analyzed by the artificial intelligence will feed back to the automatic controllers. So they'll do this again, because you guys need to sleep, right?
Right. Exactly.
You need to eat, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes you need to go out for fun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the computer doesn't, right?
Exactly.
So in this case, you can imagine that you can speed up the material discovery. Yeah. So this is actually what we are doing in our visions. Yeah. So ultimately, these thin films will integrate in a form like this, okay, on the chips like this, and install in your phone, camera, watches, even your glasses. Yeah. Because one layer of the material, for example, graphene, that the transparency is 97.2%. So each layer only absorbs 2.8% of light.
Right.
Yeah. So if you have a coating on your lens, you won't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is what we are doing. So this is the future. We hope that the future of the semiconductors.
Oh, this is semiconductor.
Yeah, these are semiconductors. Yeah.
So it's like those glasses that turn into black when you're in the sunlight.
That's how we call the electrochromosome. So they're utilizing the electric field to control the alignment of the molecules. Yeah. So imagine that this is okay because I'm a chemist by training, so that's why I know all these. So you imagine you have molecules. If you align vertically, they allow the light to go in, right? But if you change the electric field, they start aligning horizontally, so they block the light. So in this case, they turn black.
Oh, so it's like
polarized.
And it's from the sun, right? The
From
energy.
the sun, yeah. And also you can
detect it.
change the molecule because you change the molecule, you change the optical properties. So they will absorb different type of light.
Right.
For example, if you want to let yellow light, so you should
absorb
decide
everything else.
Exactly. Yeah. So that not only can be utilized as we call it smart windows, but also can be utilized on the coating of like also like solar cells. Alright. Because also you want to absorb the sunlight that can be converted into electricity. Okay.
So cool.
So these are the material we are using, and like over here. So he's my assistant professor, Stanley. So he's the one behind everything. Yeah, he synthesizes everything. So what I'm doing here is I just talk to you guys. But he's the one who designed all the systems.
They're the ones getting their hands dirty.
He's a brain behind all this. Yeah, I'm not joking because if you look at that, when we first move into New Tokyo, there's a tradition. New professors get new rooms, right?
Right.
Empty rooms. So nothing. Got nothing. Seriously, we don't have chairs, we don't have these tables, we don't have trash. Yeah. And Stanley, he's the one actually to build out everything, including this is
so this
here from scratch.
Wow.
Yeah,
you had to order these online.
Order these. Actually, these gas lines and also these these power lines over here. Okay, that's it. Okay, so he's the one that doing everything. So but I hope that through this introduction, you know a little bit more how we synthesize these new semiconductors. Yeah, if you are interested, because we are university, right? We are open for student vocation. Yeah, and you are
fifth year.
Fifth year?
Yeah, it's complicated in Philippines.
Wow. So college is so fun. You have to study for 5 years instead of 4.
Yeah.
I plead the fifth.
What did you guys do for the 5th year?
It would usually be
thesis.
It would usually be your thesis and
capstone.
Capstone projects. And equipment design.
Equipment and reactor design.
So it's going to be a combination of everything. So everything you learn in your transfer subjects, and then you will apply those with your process control to design the reactors. And then also our final project, our capstone projects are on making
plant design.
Plant design.
Usually the first 2 years is the general subjects. Then the 3rd and 4th is the chemical engineering subject. So the 5th is usually, just
yes.
whatever.
Yeah, like first 2 years you don't choose your specific. You don't choose any major. Okay, because you probably have no idea what you want to do, right? So after 2 years you probably don't want to do anything. Only want to do something. Yeah, we declare a major at 3rd year. Then here is very, very interesting because we have 2 years of master, PhD only 3 years. So in total, within 5 years, you can get your master and PhD altogether. It's the best part of it.
We have that also. The simultaneous masters, but none of us took
You
it.
have to graduate first, undergraduate.
Of course, you have to graduate first.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, today I hope that through this introductions, you know more about how to make semiconductors and this is the new emerging field. Yeah, but it's really you don't limit yourself. I called the first year. I'm not a chemical engineer, and he's not either. Yeah. So we have a similar
Background?
journey, background or pedigree. I'm an organic chemist by training, bachelor. Yeah. Then I got my PhD at UCLA for material science. Yeah. After that, I went to Northwestern for my postdocs, where I actually learned a lot about mechanical engineering, applied physics. Yeah. Then right now, see, after the big rounds, I'm here as a chemical engineering professor. Yeah. Just saying that, don't limit yourself. Try to think about yourself, you are a reactor. Put any types of reactant into it, right? And these reactors are the knowledges. You never know what you're going to cook, right? Out of it. Maybe something bad, maybe something good, mostly good. Yeah. But the most important part is that try to, you guys are so young, right?
23. So it's gone.
You're still young. So you have a lot of time to try. Don't ever afraid of to come forward and also to do something bold.
Right.
Yeah, because I have to say that I have never done this before. Yeah, we started 2020, right? 2020. It's like a brand new field for us. Yeah. You guys have brand new reactors. What are you afraid of, right? I mean, you're not thinking. You will be stuck in. Right? Yeah, so thank you so much for your time. I hope you enjoyed this show.
Thank you.
Yeah, I hope to see you very soon.
Yeah.
I have to be back for the winter.
Exactly.
Yeah, the summer is the same. Well, this year, the summer is...
No wonder this laboratory looks like a IKEA. It's all made by the built from scratch.
Okay, we can go from here. Let me show you. So we have a little...
Sorry. Okay. Thank you. Oh, it's chemical systems engineering.
Yes.
Okay. That's very different from chemical engineering. Because chemical engineering is general.
We actually deal with the chemistry as well. And
I swear. Oh, you know what? Why it feels like that? Because we were doing during pandemic, so we didn't really have the 2 years. Now we got to decide what to do. We skipped it a little bit. Right? So this is Tong Lab.
yeah, the labs are named after the professor.
A little bit. Yeah.
Oh.
This is my room.
Okay. Can we video?
Yeah, take a look.
Okay.
Yeah, this is my room.
Wow, this looks like a e-streamer. Okay. Oh, it's very nice.
This is my name over here.
2D materials lab. Okay. And then there's in a meeting and this would be.
I got this idea from one of the cartoons I really like. So you can do this. You see? Please knock in the meetings. On the office. Very handy. Then people will know if I'm here or not.
Right.
Oh yeah. This is because my father is architect.
Architect.
I was supposed to go through architect is my major.
Right.
But
you found a different calling.
I want to build something out of chemicals instead of cement and concrete.
Right.
Right. So I'm doing the same architect.
Right.
Yeah. But sometimes I just utilize inspiration for architect for my room decoration.
Yeah.
So you can technically call yourself an architect of chemistry.
Molecules.
Yeah. So see, don't limit yourself to anything. Yeah, you guys have a bright future. Unlike me, I'm already so old.
No, it's never too late.
Exactly, it's never too late. Yeah, I like that spirit. Yeah, so hopefully you enjoy it. But later, if you have any questions, feel free to ask you because in that. I think we have our lab website and everything.
Yes, we have.
Send them.
Okay, cool. So Let me see.
The group 3. Oh, they're not done yet. Okay.
Yeah. I think a lot of questions.
Okay. We need to remove our shoes.
Exactly.
Okay.
This is a bio lab.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, and see?
Organs and biosystem.
Yeah.
Wow, it's very fascinating.
I really like their research because, one of the research is using 3D printers to print out organs.
Oh.
Right? So fascinating.
Is all of your, I want to ask, like your equipment, is it like recent or like, do you work with equipment that are very, very old? Like
Yeah,
maybe
I did. I actually,
30.
all the equipment over there, you see the reactors,
Yeah.
right? We built by ourselves. Yeah, everything's
It's-
I'll say, handmade, customized. It's not like we find these fancy equipment. Yeah. We follow like one of the training for students here is that they first show me the design and how are we going to achieve the design by different parts, right? So we start collecting parts and put it together. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Here's your.
if all the process is finished, ask them to return to the initial room.
Okay, we'll do.
Block B.
I'm still
6B.
waiting for the one more group.
One more group,
One.
probably Badra Sensei maybe. You finish two groups, right?
Yeah, two groups.
Group one.
Group is Sir Dennis. Sir Dennis is not here.
Sir, we're group 2.
You are group
Three.
three.
Two.
So I'm missing group one.
Group one. Group one is now in the Sugiyama Badra.
No worries, I'll wait for them. Yeah.
Okay.
It's yours.
Okay. Group three. Group two. Sorry.
Two.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi. Please
Hello.
take hello. This is just one page in.
Do we just proceed, sir?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, wow. Very nice. Very nice indeed.
Do we remove our shoes?
Yeah, we do now.
We have to, okay.
We have to remove our shoes. I think we have, is the slippers for us? Wait lang.
So, thank you for coming. So our laboratory is, we are calling ourselves Organs and Biosystems Engineering. We are firmly based on the chemical engineering, but what we are doing is completely quite new, such as regenerative medicine, stem cell propagation, or currently microphysiological organ or tissue models in vitro. Not implant, just in vitro. In vitro for pharmaceutical application development, drug development. Okay, that is the main three topics in our laboratory. Okay, and so okay. In order to enter, please change your shoes. Okay. So it may take some time.
Do we use the slipper? Ba?
Yeah, please use that.
Okay, the slippers. Any? Just take any. I'll take the back one.
Okay, stay around here.
Okay. Thank you. We're allowed to look at that. We're allowed to.
Yeah.
All of these equipment they look new.
I can explain.
They look new. Because mostly in our university, we use very old equipments for our that still work very well. For some, we just maintain them.
It's very important. Yeah, we are particularly for very expensive one. We are sharing with among laboratories.
Do you share equipment with other universities, or is
Sometimes we do that. Sometimes, in the case of very special facilities, we have with somebody. Okay, so just to explain as main machine. This is a scanning electron microscope, SEM. But it's a very simplified machine. And the good thing of this machine is that we can observe the cells with water. Generally speaking, in order to get the good picture of by SEM, we have to dry the tissues, immobilize the cells, and sputtering of some electroconductive materials. So that kind of pretreatment is necessary. But this machine is not does not necessitate such process. But the resolution is very low. This is wet. We call it wet set. And the next one is flow cytometry. Flow cytometry. It's a little bit expensive machine, but it's necessary for stem cell engineering. Flow cytometry. We can actually this is Beckman's product, but the principle is very simple. So first hold single cells with a single droplet. Okay. Then put some electricity there. And then flow one by one, but very high speed.
At very high speed.
And observe. And before starting analysis, we have to label the cell surface with some specific fluorescent dye. And according to the dye, then quickly observe, and then separate by some electric field. So suppose that we want to separate A population, B population. And A population has a fluorescent, and the B population doesn't have. So suppose that, then A single A cell is coming, then it have fluorescent, and we can observe. And then separate this direction. For example, there is a chain. And when B comes, just here, we can automatically separate. That is a very basic principle of the cell. So it's necessary for checking the differentiation of the stem cell, because stem cell differentiation in stem cell is not 100%. Okay, please go ahead.
Okay. Okie dokie. Okay. Oops. That's a freezer.
Yeah, this is a preparation room, so it's not so interesting. This is just a preparation of the reagent, the material itself.
I thought this was another different equipment.
No. This is a not the medicine. Okay. So just to briefly explain the research strategy about the stem cell engineering. We want to have a large number of iPS derived some human organ cells. In order to do that, first we have to propagate iPS, and then at the second step we have to direct their differentiation toward liver, pancreas, or brain, or muscle cell, etc. But these processes are very expensive, costly.
Very costly.
So that's why we want to reduce the cost as an engineer. So what we are doing is that we put some dialysis membrane.
Dialysis.
And suppose that this is a membrane, and we can culture cells here. And we can put very expensive growth factors, signal peptide here, at the high cell density, very high cell density, while very cheap nutrient are coming from the bottom.
From the bottom to the top.
Yeah, and waste is quickly removed toward bottom. By doing such kind of dialysis, we can reduce the cost of the growth factor. Actually, why it's expensive is it's almost coming from the culture medium. Culture medium contains very expensive growth factors. Growth factor is a specific peptide, specific proteins or peptides that can put cells some signal. But these growth factors are produced by other cells.
Other cells. Oh, that's the
actually. It's a kind of almost all Yeah, not it's just a biomolecule, but it puts something.
You also synthesize
synthesize.
No, natural.
No, not yeah. Of course, it's IPS, human IPS. So we first take some cells from the patient, and then change that cells into IPS.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And another important is biofabrication, 3D, making 3D organs using hydrogel and stem cell. There is a machine, but it's not operating now. Okay. Another most important now in our laboratory is the microphysiological system, MPS. MPS. You know MPS? Microphysiological cell culture system. Cell culture system. It's a kind of fashion, worldwide fashion, and particularly pharmaceutical companies are very much interested in the application. In other words, it's a very advanced cell culture system. By integrating such kind of microfabrication technology and stem cell technology toward human, just like humanoid, miniaturized. Okay, let's move on to the another cell culture.
Oh, it's fume hood. Right. Okay. This is CO2.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is the cell culture room, and you can see many glass covered special desks and bench. Cleavage. These are the cleavage. In order to culture cells, we have to avoid bacterial contamination. Bacterial fungus. So that's why we use such kind of special air space.
Airtight. Do you wear PPE?
Sorry?
PPE, like suit, special suit?
As far as this works well, we don't have to do that.
Okay.
But at least we need to clean our
your hands.
The arms.
Yeah. Okay.
It's very cramped.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Oh, it's another fridge.
Each side we have a series of incubators. These are all incubators. You can see we are culturing cells with some plastic machines or plastic trays, etc.
Meanwhile, in DLSU, we can't even afford that.
You can see the yellow, orange color or pinkish solution. These are the culturing. Actually, it's like just our blood, but the original color is it's pH indicator, phenol red. Phenol red. Now this is very good without disrupting, without putting some pH electrode. We can just pH.
Okay.
We have to keep between
6.2 to 7.
7.4.
Of course.
Otherwise,
nothing survives past that range.
Yeah. Okay, come.
Okay.
This is a cell. Partial cell. Okay. If you have some questions, every time please ask. And this is a routine microscope. And he's doing something.
Yeah, you wear only gloves.
Yes. He's doing something.
Okay.
And this is a 3D printer.
3D printer.
Fabrication machine.
What do you usually fabricate here?
Hydrogel with liver cells. And our temporary objective is to make a vascularized tissues. Tissue, very small tissue, but there is a blood vessel.
For me, I don't really understand 3D printing. So like the raw material, is it like the hydrogen?
Hydrogen.
It's already hydrogen and then you make the...
Yeah.
Okay.
Hydrogen with cells.
With the cells.
Yes.
Hydrogen cells.
Hydrogen solution, we put cells and mix.
Okay.
And print.
And then you print. Okay.
And finally cross-link. With, for example, UV. The main material we are using is a cross-link, photo-cross-linkable gelatin. Photo-cross-linkable gelatin.
I think I heard of it.
Actually, this is not a Japanese product. This is a Chinese product.
Chinese. Imported.
We are collaborating. That is a spin-out company. This was made by spin-out company of Chifa Industry. We are collaborating.
Collaborating. This is very interesting. Okay. So where to?
That is this microscope is the most expensive machine in my laboratory.
The most expensive.
This is confocal microscope. You know confocal microscope? Confocal. You know. Because we are making 3D pictures. We want to visualize the inside. But usual microscope cannot do that. But this machine can do that to some extent.
To some extent.
Up to 100 micron, 200 micron.
So you use a 3D printer also?
No. We are not. This is not using. This is just on the inside. And actually, suppose that is a tissue. And this microscope can extract the exact information from this Z position, each Z position. And by taking this, and finally we can reconstitute the 3D image of that.
In the computer. Okay, yes. Okay, I get it now. Basically, 3D microscope. That's it. It's a 3D microscope that can do X, Y, and Z.
Each Z layer.
X, Y, and Z, and then you put it on the computer, save as .xl, XL file.
We have to stay steps. Maybe
For the biological material, you can just use any ref, or it needs to be specialized ref.
Basically, it's okay, but some toxic material or some biologically hazard material, we need some special function.
Oh, special. Okay. Pwede po any ref. Any ref you can store cells. That's why the chicken, it's still hilaw.
That's almost all. Okay.
Tapos in DLSU we only have one laboratory, and it's the one in Velasco and the first floor, and it's hey listen, to be fair, DLSU the best laboratory in the Philippines, which is depressing. It's very depressing. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Di ba, Gran? Yung DLSU, the best laboratory na sa Pilipinas. Lekemeng. And then it's...
It's not even close.
It's not even close.
Yeah. Professor Sugiyama is a process system engineering laboratory. Yeah. But they are specialists of such kind of simulation and scaling methods. Yes.
Applications.
This is
Very.
This is now the demand. Your lab is now the demand. The bio.
Yeah.
Bio lab.
Because of so many diseases.
So many diseases. Yes, that's very true. Pharmaceuticals or whatever. Oh, that's a retro device. Oh no, it's a translator.
Okay, so all three lab visit is finished. Then we can return to that.
Go back to the room. Okay.
Meron kayo silang Paris dito in Japan.
In Japanese? Oh.
Alam ko in Japanese yung Paris na.
Meron.
Meron?
5th edition.
Where? Where is it?
Social.
That Paris handbook, English or Japanese? This one.
Which one?
This book. Yeah, this is our book.
English.
This is our textbook in DLSU.
Currently, we don't use so much.
You don't use. They don't use Paris now.
Display, okay.
For display. Meanwhile, in Philippines, that's like our Bible.
Back to the main room.
It's named after the professors now.
Notice anything different with us?
The shoes is different. I noticed that immediately. That's the same size lang.
I have small feet na kasi. Ano lang yan? 8.5. 5'6" ako. 5'8" ako. Lalaki pa ako.
This is the cafeteria.
Chinese food, mga foot banding.
But we ride one bus.
Nice. Upstairs.
Up to meeting room.
Up, and away. Technically 4 years lang tayo, pero di ba sabi sa CHED we're all 5th and 6th year? What the... you need an IC or FIT.
Wide nung pro box. Parang ito pala video.
Wow. Alternate kayo ng shoes, ha? Dude, matching pa yung inyong ano. Mark, you know, did you notice you and Micah matching pa din yung outfits nyo? Okay, so might as well just be copy-paste.
Ano siya man sa Pilipinas?
Oh, I really need we're the first group, right, to finish? Very nice.
Kasya sa kanya yung
Kaya na.
Dahil yung bago mo.
Ano ba yan?
Di ba yung bago mo? Ano ba? Sa
Yes.
Pilipinas na lang.
Wala lang.
Sa Pilipinas na lang ako bibili. Kapag binili ko sa Pilipinas.
Oo nga.
Magkano binili mo?
16,000 yun. Malang siya.
Kasi 90 lang ko sa Pilipinas.
Galing na.
Same mo?
Sige.
Oh, scholarships.
This is the international program.
That's my grades is too low. So, mechanical. Oh, aeronautical.
This covers all the engine department of engineering.
In University of Tokyo.
Both master course or PhD course.
There's no aeronautical in Philippines. And also precision. There is bioengineering, material, electrical, mechanical.
Engineering, yes.
Yeah.
Chemical system engineering.
Yeah, that's. But first, sir, in order to study here, first you need to learn Japanese course, right?
No.
Or no need? No need?
Currently, no.
Because that's what I heard from...
actually, not complete English classes, but at least you can brush it without understanding Japanese.
Okay.
Mark, di na nababalik sa'yo.
Mama, please take a rest.
No, yes. Will we have a tour of the campus? campus tour? Will we have like a campus tour after?
Sorry, we have not yet. We have not the plan.
Okay.
Yeah, you can go out.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Can we use the CR?
Yo, I wanna try the toilet. Yeah, like baka advanced din, di ba? I wanna try it.
Questions?
Thank you.
Thank you. Arigato gozaimasu. Leo, run.
Layo, quickly. Dito ka na mag-ayos.
Torride is very beautiful. Torride is
So yung sa IC, sa IC?
So, でも待合、入国の時間がさ、2時半だよ。最寄りの駅がさ、2時半だよ。そこからバスでさ、4時間半前の駅がすげえ。でかい駅で降りて、そこからタクシーが加藤さんたちに合わせて2時間半。結局同じぐらい。1回戦。やばかった。何のために行ったのか。
Holy God. Okay, macaroni. Sir, is it that? Is it that?
Yes. Hello.
Hello po, miss. Do we have to press the button?
Pinrest na. Para sa mga pila yan. Magmamadali kayo ah.
Of course po. Hanggang 4 lang eh.
Hindi ah. Hanggang 5.
Hindi naman yung pinindot ko para punta tayo. Kasi marami tayo na.
Mabagay.
Ramen.
Oh. Wanna eat there?
We don't have money.
Oh yeah.
Yung kanina eh. Mura lang sa Japan.
Nihongo, Kojo Kengaku.
Kojo Kengaku.
Yan.
Ayun.
I think this one's a good rock. May nakikita akong itlog.
Sheesh. Torride. At least we know Torride.
Torride.
Hindi na naman ako daabot sa freaking hate this.
Oh, gusto niyo try it? Ito ata yung bibili ko na eh.
Uulan ba? Hindi.
Bars. Ito. Tali siya pero.
No, ano. Russell, can you translate this? Your phone?
What?
Sabi no,
Ba.
Doray ba?
No.
Hindi, silent to. Shorten yung letter nito.
Google Translate.
Google Translate. Pahirap pa tayo. Doray ba? Driver. No. No
Okay. No, don't drunk driving. No drunk driving lang pala. Very old. It is very old. So will we be split into two groups or just one group?
Two groups.
Okay.
Welcome.
Welcome to Kirin. Welcome talaga.
Opo, welcome.
Ayan na.
Kapatid ko nakapasa ng kanji yan.
Talaga?
Konti lang po.
Hindi po ka.
Ako bali po tayo sa po ang pinakamatagal sa Japan.
Siya ang veteran.
Opo, sa po ang pinaka-veteran.
Kaya lang ang asawa ka sa Pilipina kaya hindi na rin gano'n nagsasabi sa hapon.
Pero nagkaasawa kayo ng Japanese.
Wait. Oh, okay. Hey. Konnichiwa. How do you say good afternoon, Ohio?
Konnichiwa.
Welcome.
Konnichiwa.
Yeah. How do you... Ohio. Miss, how do you say good afternoon?
Sabi niya, welcome. Parang konnichiwa.
Yeah, konnichiwa is hi. And Ohio is good morning. So what is... Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, there's a gift shop. Sir, may gift shop pala. Beer.
Sabi nila, ilang tao daw kumuha doon ng ticket.
40分ほどお手洗いのない工場に向かいますので
Mga 40 minutes daw tayong maghuhugas ng kamay.
お願いします
Ay, dito yung yung hugasan ng kamay.
40 minutes?
Pagkatapos ng hugas natin ng kamay, punta lang tayo kuha ng ticket. Yung para sa inyo, isa-isa tayo kukuha.
40 minutes? 40 40 minutes?
Oo, kasi pagkain kasi to.
Ah. Can we just wear gloves or 40 minutes po, sir? 40 minutes.
14. Ang allotted. In 14 minutes mag-start na tayo.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Kailangan ko lang tayo lahat.
30.
Yung isang tao daw kasi pumapatak ng isang ticket na is 500 din. Ano, pwede naman daw yun, pag sama-samahin lahat, siya na ang bibili. Okay lang. Bilang na daw kulang tayo. 30.
Wait daw muna. Huwag daw muna mag-share.
皆様、先生一人ずつ購入されますか？まとめてで大丈夫ですか？まとめて。
Sabi ni yung translator, we have 14 minutes to wash our hands. Dapat daw sobrang clean dahil para walang contamination because we're gonna go in the factory. Dapat clean.
Oh, bakit sila? Sabi
Oh, wait. Oh my God. Wag daw mo. Wala wag daw muna magsabay. Sabay daw tayo mag-ano eh. Magwawash po ng hands. Pwede na po? Pwede na? Okay. Okay. Okie-dokie. Okay. Thank you. Ohayo. Really? Oh, it's a beer. Who the heck likes beer anyway? It's soft, of course. Yes, everything. Oh, yung Wi-Fi ni Mark. Mark is here, right? Oh yeah, Mark. He's still here. Your pocket Wi-Fi is open because naka-connect ako. Okay lang, okay lang. Oh, that's Filipino. Right? Right, Leo? This how long is the tour? 1 hour? How long was the tour? One hour or 1 hour and a half?
Sabi nila, yung mga binahalo ko, may driver daw, bibigyan daw nila ng ganito. Kasi, pagka kasi magdadrive, bawal kasi mag-test ng anak. Bawal kasi sa kanila. Wala, meron po
Bigyan tayo ng sample?
Bawal daw magbawal ng pagkain sa loob at saka bawal daw mag-video. Pero kung video daw pwede.
Okay. Pero ito, pwede? Here, this, that, okay.
Video lang daw.
すいません。ここビデオ、OK、撮って大丈夫ですか？ダメ。
ご遠慮いただいてますが、写真はどこでも撮れます。
あ、これダメ。
これダメ。ビデオ撮影はダメなんですが、写真はどこでも。
Hindi ka malalasing, 1 lang yun. If you drink like 5, then okay. If you, ano lang.
Hindi pwedeng lagukin kasi we have to
Bro, ang wow.
Le pub administratif, ça va être ça tout ça qui s'ajoute.